The NBA playoffs, that time of the season when superstars and teams put their legacy on the line. That time when the most memorable moments in basketball history occur. Welcome to Eternity Hoops. Today we are going to review the top 10 most clutch moments in NBA playoff history. Number 10. It is impossible to talk about clutch moments without mentioning Larry Bird. The Boston Celtics player is considered one of the best players in the history of the league, and his achievements surpassed all expectations. However, one of his plays went down in history. When the Celtics faced the Detroit Pistons in the 1987 Conference Finals, Bird made an incredible defensive play to steal the ball and assist his teammate in record time. The Celtics went on to win Game 5 to go on to win the series in 7 games. Number 9. The series between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Sacramento Kings during the first half of the 2000s were incredible duels. Those Kings are fondly remembered by NBA fans, always supported with the argument of being one of the most underrated teams in history. However, the Lakers always had an answer. During the 2002 Western Conference Finals, the Kings found themselves with a chance to make it a 3-1 series while playing Game 5 at home. However, the ending of Game 4 was different than they expected. The Lakers were down by 2 with just seconds left in the game. It was then that Robert Horry added this to his legend. Number 8. The Staples Center has witnessed many iconic shots. The number of games that players like Kobe Bryant have played in this arena have led to memorable moments for fans of the franchise. Another great example is the shot the Mamba scored against the Phoenix Suns in the first round of the 2006 playoffs. With no less than 2 defenders on top of him and with 2 completely open teammates. Mamba mentality. Number 7. But some players haven't just gotten a basket in the clutch. Everyone knows about Tracy McGrady's 13 points in 36 seconds. But the playoffs version of this moment is undoubtedly Reggie Miller's game against the New York Knicks. There was a great rivalry between the Pacers and the Knicks, for basketball history reasons. At the end of Game 1 of the series that pitted the 2 teams in the East playoffs, Reggie scored nothing less than 8 points in 9 seconds. In a scenario as incredible as the NBA Finals, another Lakers legend, Jerry West, scored one of the most surreal game winners in history. We have to travel back to 1970 to observe this moment. It was the NBA Finals, specifically Game 3, and the New York Knicks got a basket that allowed them to take the lead in the last seconds of the game. However, Mr. Logo had a chance to win the game from 60 feet away. The result? You can imagine. Number 5. Fast forward in time to travel to 2019 when Damian Lillard scored probably the most iconic shot in Portland Trail Blazers history. In the first round playoffs against the Oklahoma City Thunder of Russell Westbrook and Paul George, Lillard scored an absolutely absurd game winner. PG, who had to defend him, said after the game that was a bad shot. But the result was that shot served to close out the series against the Thunder in the most incredible way one can imagine. Number 4. We only have to go back 3 years to observe one of the best sequences in basketball history. The 2016 Finals went down in history as one of the best in decades. In a neck-and-neck matchup between the 73-9 Warriors and LeBron James's Cavaliers, Game 7, of course, was also very close. The game was tied with 2 minutes left in the game, and when Iguodala tried to get an easy basket, a force of nature appeared out of nowhere. Just a few seconds later, Kyrie Irving would get the most important basket of his sports career, scoring a 3-pointer over Stephen Curry that ended up being the victory for the Ohio franchise, giving them their first ring in history. Number 3. We can't talk about LeBron without mentioning Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls legend starred in one of the most iconic moments in league history. No, it wasn't for scoring 38 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists in a game with a fever or a hangover. It was for scoring what is known as the shot, which was his last basket before his second retirement. An incredible moment that has endured in the memory of fans for decades and will continue to do so. A perfect example to represent Michael Jordan's incredible winning mentality. Number 2. From LeBron to Jordan and now back to LeBron. The team that Miami had in 2013 caused nightmares for every team in the league. In addition to counting with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, Spoelstra had some major role players such as Ray Allen. It was the shooting guard who had already been a champion with the Boston Celtics who would score a pivotal shot for the Kings' NBA legacy. With 29 seconds left in Game 6, the Spurs were up by 5 and were on the verge of sealing the victory in a new NBA championship. However, a quick three-pointer by LeBron and an incredible three-pointer by Ray Allen after an offensive rebound by Chris Bosh allowed the Heat to tie the game. It seemed like the end of an overcoming movie. Number 1. To find the best game winner in NBA history, you don't have to go far. In fact, this moment occurred in the same playoffs in which Lillard scored his legendary three-pointer against Oklahoma. The Toronto Raptors and Philadelphia 76ers were facing each other in the Eastern Conference semifinals, and the series was going splendidly. In Game 7, played in Canada, the Raptors had a chance to avoid overtime and clinch their spot in the Eastern Finals. Kawhi Leonard, in his only season in Toronto, accomplished the impossible, the longest-lasting game winner in NBA history. These moments have changed the narrative of the NBA and forever changed the legacy of some players. Moments that perfectly symbolized the incredible technical ability of NBA superstars. If you enjoyed the content, it would be great if you subscribed. These have been the top 10 most clutch moments in NBA playoff history.